Talk about what everyone really wants to talk about, which is cryptocurrency and Ethereum in general. Wow, look at Ethereum, $3,700, 15% in the last week, 45% in the last month. They're on a crazy ripping tear. They're almost past new all-time highs. And the question that everyone's asking is, can it go to $4,000? Can it pass new all-time highs? Can it go to 41, 42, $5,000? Will it keep going? Will it be at $8,000 by the end of the year? And honestly, nobody knows. But with all of the hype that's going on, we can easily see Ethereum keep going. Now, the question is this going to be a bull trap? And is it going to bounce off that resistance and go lower to that $3,500 mark? Or even that $3,000 mark once again? We saw a lot of consolidation right between $3,000 and $3,200. So I think that's a great place to pick up some more shares. I think Ethereum will be at $3,000 to $3,200, maybe even 33. If you're thirsty and you really want to get into Ethereum, 33 is probably a good place to set your price points and your price alerts. And if you're looking to sell and you've been holding on Ethereum for a while, you're just looking for the swing trade, I think around 39 to 41, anywhere in between that, 39 to 41, is a good place to take some profits. Now, personally, I'm probably only going to be selling 20 to 30% of my position, especially if I'm up around 50% or more on Ethereum. I think it's a good idea for me personally to take some positions and some profits on Ethereum right around $4,000 per coin. Now, with that being said, I'm going to be holding around 70% or 75% of my position to new all-time highs and for long term, because I think Ethereum can pass Bitcoin in the market cap. So it'll be interesting to see the dynamic switch. And if it does, for example, what if Ethereum keeps going up to $5,000 per coin, $10,000 per coin, and it just keeps going higher, and then something like Bitcoin, for example, loses steam? So instead of going higher to $50,000, $60,000 per coin, what if Bitcoin starts going to 45,000, 35,000, and it hovers and it stays stagnant right around that $35,000 to $45,000? We have that crypto winter that everyone's expecting for Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't really move much. It stays right around the 35,000, 45,000, but something like Ethereum just keeps skyrocketing higher and higher and higher. That's a scenario that you definitely have to think about. And I really haven't heard too many other people speaking about that theory, but most people say if Ethereum's going to go higher, and past Bitcoin, then Bitcoin's probably going to continue to 100K or 150K. But what about the consolidation? That's definitely a possibility if everyone just starts abandoning Bitcoin, takes their money out of Bitcoin, starts throwing it into Ethereum for long term. Personally, I don't think that's going to happen, but there's still at least a chance or a small percentage that it can happen, and you definitely want to be prepared and diversified, not just in Ethereum or not just in Bitcoin, but into all of these ones that you see on my screen at least is typically the minimum of the diversity that you want. You typically want some Ethereum, you want some Bitcoin, you want a little bit of Litecoin, which is up, a good amount too, 28% in the last month. And, if you want to be a little bit risky, Ethereum Classic and Dogecoin are some good coins to add into the mix. Now, we still have Dogecoin pretty low. It's only at 28 cents per coin. And with Ethereum at new all-time highs, Bitcoin will probably be at new all-time highs pretty soon. If Bitcoin continues to follow Ethereum, we can see Bitcoin at $60,000 per coin, especially because we're seeing a huge rally in crypto in general. And look, Ethereum's basically at new all-time highs. Now, Litecoin, I think, will definitely be at $250 per coin to $300 per coin again, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Remember, Litecoin's the one that's always a little bit delayed and behind Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I think we'll see a spike in Litecoin to $220, $250 per coin. But if I'm going to be buying more because I already have a large amount on my other portfolios and my Coinbase portfolio that I show you guys all the time, Unless you're a new subscriber, you probably haven't seen my Coinbase portfolio, but I go over at least once or twice a week. I have around $40,000 of cryptocurrency in that account as well. So Litecoin, something to look into. Ethereum, we talked about. Dogecoin, I want to talk a little bit more about. And this is one that I'm considering buying now at 28 cents. I think it's a really good deal for Dogecoin. I think there's a very strong possibility to sell it at 35 cents, which would be a nice little increase there. But if you're a little bit more of a long-term holder or a risky investor, I think that this one can go above 50 cents per coin again, which would be a huge increase of your money. Now, we have only a little bit on my Robinhood account, but I have a lot more on my Coinbase Pro account. And also in my Webull account, I actually have some Dogecoin for some reason. So Dogecoin, I think there's a lot of money to be made still, even at 25 cents to 30 cents. Anything around 19 cents to 25 cents, the ideal place to buy Dogecoin. But if you're a little bit above that, I'm sure it won't hurt, especially if you're going to be planning on holding for a little bit longer.